And so have we in this next part of Batman Arkham City.
I just broke out of jail.
Okay, so to bring Jordan and Celie up to speed, we pretty much finished up the cure that we need for... Oh, first off, another victim of Deadshot has reared their ugly head, or their dead head.
Uh-oh.
Evil never rests, not even in Gotham.
Yeah, but don't worry, this is the last time we're going to be dealing with Deadshot. Basically, this part is basically me wrapping up a whole bunch of side missions before we finally go confront Joker and take back the poison. So, to bring Jordan and Celie up to speed, we were finally able to get what we need to make a cure for the illness that has both Batman and Joker afflicted. And after a bit of a tussle with Mr. Freeze, who was still a little bit bitter about how we treated him a couple of parts, and also because Batman refused to help him find his wife, while we were busy fighting with Freeze, Harley stole the cure and is going to take it to Joker, so we're pretty much going to have to go back to the steel mill in order to get that cure back.
Ah.
But of course, side quest time is completely different from, actual main plot time, so we have all the time in the world to take out Deadshot, Hush. Meanwhile, Zaz will go crying in the corner.
Yeah, basically, we're taking care, in this part, we're taking care of Deadshot, we are going to be helping Freeze find his wife, and we're going to be taking care of Bane, too.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm. Now, first, let's figure out the details about our killer here. So, apparently the bullet reflected off this wall to hit him, because, we gotta keep into account, like, Deadshot is kind of like a master shot. He can pretty much make any target from any angle.
I do know that.
Okay. So, how have you two ladies been? Since I know it's been a couple of parts since you've been with us.
I mean, I've been doing okay, I had a pretty long day at work, but other than that, I've just been, adjusting to everything that's been going on at home and feeling good about myself.
That's good. Let's see, what did he leave behind here?
I mean, this is no snowy rooftop, but it's one way to make a freaking Deadshot angel.
Yeah, I was about to say, though, basically, because it is snowing a little, and basically his body, he pretty much made it so that, there wouldn't be any snow in that area where his body would be.
Actually, speaking of snow, it's gonna be snowing by us again.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's only gonna be I think about an inch or maybe 3. I'm not sure, but...
I see. Okay, so now we pretty much isolated 3 possible points where Deadshot is hiding a bunch of his stuff. Just to let you know, it's going to be this part every time. So we're going to investigate it and find clues as to where Deadshot is currently, and hopefully we can be able to stop him from shooting anyone else.
Kind of a shame they don't make it randomized per playthrough, because, having to come here all this every other time, it must be rather dull on subsequent playthroughs.
That's fine. Oh, he left behind a PDA.
A PDA. It's heavily encrypted. I'll need to bypass the security.
So yeah, no big deal. We just gotta hack into it, and hopefully we'll find out where. Because apparently we're gonna. What am I trying to say? We're basically gonna make sure he doesn't shoot anyone else that Hugo is hiring him to clean up. So here's a list of his targets. Oh, and apparently he has 3 targets left.
2 which are pretty close to home when you stop and think about it.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
3 targets left.
So he has the 2 of us, and his next target is Jack Ryder. And according to the watch, he's actually about to assassinate him pretty quickly, so we're gonna have to go to where he's at quick before Deadshot can kill him.
Woof.
We must make sure that the Creeper shall live.
Yes, live to have his own spin-off that will never, ever happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. Maybe they could. That's something they could cover for that up and coming Suicide Squad series.
A part of me is kind of doubting it because I feel like just judging from what I've seen, Gotham Knights seems to be a bit of an exception, but it feels like a lot of the games coming out from WB nowadays are going to be really heavily studio dictated, and I can tell that just from what I see of Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing that they're doing is they're making a Suicide Squad game having with Rocksteady behind the helm, But it's also the fact that, once again, they don't know when to drop a fucking dead habit.
Yeah, basically it's announced that, like, for the future games that WB are working on, not Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is still free from it, from what I can tell. All other WB games are going to be, because it worked so well when Square did it, have a live services, and that includes the Suicide Squad game.
I can't wait to see that fall and crumble.
Speaking of fall, out of the way, sir.
You made me miss my target, Batman.
Yeah, he's not happy about that.
Never miss.
So after a few minutes, we pretty much caught up to him, and we're pretty much gonna have to sneak up to him without him catching us in his sight. Nothing really too bad, it's just like a standard sneaking stealth section.
Better than me. Not even the great Batman.
I've kicked your ass before, Deadshot. I'll do it again.
Canonically, I have at least once.
If I'm gonna be a little blunt, I'm not sure if I'm liking Deadshot's design in this game. It seems a little weird.
It's a little generic.
Well, a lot of it has to do with the fact that it's basically fashioned from, like, some prison garb that's in Arkham City.
That's also true.
Yeah. I think I could also just be used to, like, the, Assault on Arkham and also a little bit of, what's his name again? Will Smith's design from Suicide Squad.
He does look a little closer to that in Arkham Origins. Not by much, but it definitely is a little bit closer. But yeah, we pretty much took care of Deadshot, and we're pretty much gonna tell the GCPD where to pick him up while we deal with the next thing on our side mission list, finding Freeze's wife.
I managed to track Nora down to somewhere in this area. Please find her for me, Batman.
Will do.
Seriously though, Batman, do me a solid. Save my wife.
Did you find Deadshot?
He's not a
I mean, you kinda promised that you would. I'm holding you to that promise. But we pinky swore, you know.
Just like my niece made me pinky swore with her about something earlier.
Just,
Okay.
yeah, going back to it, it's like, I still think that was an utter, I mean, I understand it was just an piss off Batman, but, that's still a waste of a good, cure that you just up and crumbled last time.
Yeah, well, again, a lot of it was just him, the fact that he wasn't, that was just his way of saying, like, you shouldn't have been a dick to me when you had the chance, Batman.
Well, that feeling's pretty much mutual, Mr. Freeze, considering you didn't really help the case.
Yeah, and also, just be careful here, like, you're technically supposed to revisit the steel mill anyway to visit Joker, but when you get to the steel mill, he's gonna have a lot of snipers placed around, so I would advise taking care of them first before you start exploring finding where Freeze's wife is.
Good idea.
And that should be the worst of them.
How you doing,
Right
Seely?
now?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Alrighty. Sorry, continue, Steve.
No, it's fine. Basically, again, kind of like with Deadshot's equipment, the place that you're gonna find Freeze at is usually in the same place, and I'll reveal it after I take care of this, sniper shot.
Feel the taste of bat funk.
You don't use Old Spice.
Old Spice.
You there.
How hard is that?
I said you there!
You just talked to me.
I don't approve of your tomfoolery. Yeah, that was just another political prisoner we had to rescue. Like I mentioned, if I ever find any on my path, I'll probably go on my way to get them, but I don't manage to rescue all of them in this playthrough.
What? I assume all you really get out of that is an achievement and some more EXP?
Yeah, basically.
Ring, ring, Batman! I know you're still out there. Please notice me!
I don't care, Zaz.
I like that.
Bat Senpai notice me? Do.
I'm the Batman. So yeah, that all aside,
Ah, damn it.
as of this recording, we're actually recording this on the exact same day that the Super Mario 3D World / Bowser's Fury port up on Switch just came out. And, I mean, honestly, that's the most I have on the mind right now, and because of that, I must say, maybe someday I should make a career change. Instead of being the Batman, I could be the cat.
The cat. Well, I do know there is a Catman in DC Comics.
Yeah.
I do remember, especially in the game adaptation of Brave and the Bold, the very first chapter was basically taking out him and Catwoman before they could turn all the world's populace into cats.
And I do know he also appeared in the show proper. Like, I remember there was one episode where he was actually selling endangered tigers to, like, poachers.
Huh.
At least I think they were poachers. It was the same episode that introduced Batmite.
Wait a minute. Wait, Batman was in the animated series?
No, Brave and the Bold.
Oh, okay, just making sure. Okay.
Yeah. I thought I said Brave and the Bold at first. My bad.
You just said the show, and I mean, I get just the show in general, and you know, considering Batman's most famous for the Batman animated series, that's like the first thing that came to mind.
Well, I also said the show because you were just recently talking about Brave and the Bold.
Okay, fair. That's completely fair. But yeah, though I must also say, I mean, Brave and the Bold, so, you know, really shouldn't even think too much about it. The fact that he would sell endangered cats to poachers, doesn't that seem a little, you know...
Well, basically, it's like... Well, it's just a matter of, like, they're endangered animals, which means, you know, they would cost a lot of money to make. He's basically just wanting to make a profit off of those poor animals.
Well, fuck. I mean, seems a little contradictory to your own namesake, isn't it, Catman?
Money's money. But anyway, we just found where Freeze's wife is being taken place, and this is also home to probably one of my favorite, like, moot conversations. These three over here on the left side, they're pretty much deciding who gets to keep Freeze's wife in the event that Batman doesn't show up. And they settle it with a good old game of rock, paper, scissors.
Do I look like I went to school? 1, 2, 3.
I mean, the way you're dressed, probably not.
Gun beats paper.
Gun.
No, gun doesn't beat paper. Stick to the rules. 1,
Come on, let's try this again.
3. What the hell is that? Dynamite.
No.
Love it. Again.
What do you think this is, Toad Shambo?
Oop.
You sure this works with 3 players? Yeah, go again.
Okay, come on, let's try again.
1, 2, 3. Thought I told you, no dynamite.
Yeah.
What was this? Best of 3? This is gonna be a long night.
Not if I have anything to say about Hoodlum.
Yeah, pretty much. Just kick their asses, Batman.
But yeah, I did want to show that one off because it is one of my favorite conversations that you can hear in Arkham City.
Just goes to show that even mooks have a nightlife.
Oh, indeed. And I do appreciate, like, this is also another game I'm going to be covering for the channel eventually. I do like that, like, Shattered Dimensions also poked fun at that as well, where it's like, see, this is why we're just mooks, because we have stupid conversations like this.
I hope you're entertained, viewers.
Oh, I know I'm pretty entertained.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. But yeah, just going back to what James said, like, we're definitely getting ready to work on that for the channel, and it's definitely interesting. Like, not gonna lie, it's actually kind of fun going back to 3D World after so long, especially with actual people playing alongside me.
Oh yeah. I mean, I will definitely say that the online isn't exactly pitch perfect, but at the very least, it's not nearly as bad as we feared it would be.
Oh yeah, honestly, it's perfectly serviceable. In fact, we joked about the fact that, like, because in the base game for the Switch port, everyone moves a lot faster, like, with the reduced speed, it honestly runs about the same speed as the original Wii U game.
Ah, just the way I remember it.
Yep.
Slow as molasses.
Nora is safe. I should let Freeze know as soon as possible.
Yep. Now we're gonna return to the GCPD to pretty much let him know that his wife is safe, after we unlock the store, of course.
You know, I mean, not to say it wouldn't hurt to
Frozen Pete.
but I mean, I understand, you know, saying if man to man would be appreciated, but don't you guys already have like a, you know, stable connection?
I found her.
Who knows? But yeah, after you pretty much tell him of this, the next time you see him, he will actually be back at that warehouse, you know, looking after his wife.
Yeah, and funny enough, you actually can't see an ice trail, like, that leads right to the lair.
Yep. He knows how to take the straight path. He knows how to, like, cut corners and go to the straight path for his wife.
It also helps, too, we're literally, you know, still around holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Or close to holiday season, anyway.
Okay, so at this point in time, we're kind of going back to the main story for just a bit. We're going to be going back into the steel mill through a new entrance, but, you know, obviously we gotta go through the stealth section because Joker's got the place heavily guarded. He doesn't want Batman getting that cure of his.
Yeah, even though, let's be real here, would Joker up and just flake that from giving Batman the cure? I mean, he's literally his favorite plaything.
I mean, honestly, I just kind of see it as a point of like he kind of knows that he kind of knows Batman's gonna try to get to it anyway. He just wants. I just see it as like, he just wants to add tension just for the sake of tension because
Oh,
you
of
know
course.
he's a theatric like that.
Absolutely. Like, at the end of the day, he's still gonna fuck with Batman every which way and sideways. But I doubt he would just let him die just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be like trying to kill. I'm not trying to think. That would literally be like Eggman trying to kill Sonic via carpet bombing. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not enough. That's not the point.
Exactly.
Yeah. How are you doing right now, Sus?
I'm doing okay, just kind of tired.
That's fair.
Do you have anything more to say about your experiences with the Batman?
Not really, other than the animated series.
Have there been like any other like incarnations of Batman that you've been interested in seeing?
Not sure. Did you know today is Tara Strong's birthday?
Oh, I
That's
didn't know that.
interesting.
The voice of Batgirl in the animated series?
Well, she voiced her in the later seasons of the animated series, but
Yeah,
yeah.
in the new animated series.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, basically it was the seasons where they had like the more stylized animation change.
Oh, right, season 4. But, actually, you know what? I guess we're on the tangent. We're still just, doing some moot beatings as usual. Why don't you tell us one of your favorite, like, some of your most memorable episodes from the show?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Were you talking to me or Steve?
To you, Seely.
Oh. I think one episode I liked was... Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the title.
Well, what happens in it, and we can maybe help with the name.
Heart of Ice.
Oh yeah, that's the episode that first introduced Mr. Freeze, and honestly, that's the episode that basically helped Mr. Freeze help become what he is today in pretty much all of mainstream media.
Yeah.
There was that, and then there was, I think this is in the new animated series, I can't remember. It was the one where Joker knocked Harley out the window.
Oh yeah, that was, Mad Love.
That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, Mad Love.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't quite get the punchline to the joke.
No, she didn't.
We should dub, like, parts of those episodes. I really want to dub that episode with Baby Doll.
Wait a minute. What looks like we have here
Our last Titan canister.
the last of the Titan containers.
Oh,
Now that all the Titan containers are
Oh, excuse you.
Since Jordy dubbed that scene from Return of the Joker, I want to dub that scene with Baby Doll. From the original.
oh yeah, you
That'd be
do a
cute.
good. I think you do great with that.
So anyway, now that we destroyed all the Titan containers, let's go ahead and have a talking with Bane.
I've destroyed the containers, Bing. Good.
On the ground, prisoner. Now.
Oh, this is different.
Help me, Batman.
So yeah, basically, before we take care of the remaining Titan, it looks like a couple of Hugo's guards are aware of what's been happening and are going to put a stop to us. So now Bane is going to help us take them out.
Interesting fun fact about this sequence. This can change depending on how soon or how late you actually finish the side quest. Like, if you do it around post-game, I think that instead of Tiger Guards, you get Joker's mooks.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, going back a bit on Baby Doll for a second. Seely, can you give us like an idea of how you would do your take on Baby Doll?
Well, I haven't really finalized on what kind of voice I would use for her yet. But I was kind of like a cross between
Kind of a sweet, high-pitched voice like this, or kind of a lower but kind of squeaky voice. That's me.
Can you say game's over, Mr. Batman?
Game's over, Mr. Batman.
There you go. Okay, sorry. I just wanted that little bit of nostalgia.
Oop.
or
Now,
should
excuse me,
should I just use my normal voice? Game's over, Mr. Batman.
Well, I think that's fine, because if I'm not mistaken, like, despite her appearance, she still sounds like a pretty old woman, doesn't she?
Yeah, she sounds like she's in her 30s.
Yeah, she has a really deep voice. She has a really older voice.
Alright, Bane, I'll let you take out the last one.
Not so much in the new animated series, though. I know in the old one she did.
Doof.
I know in the
Yeah,
new
it is.
animated series her voice was more high-pitched.
Destroyed mine.
Yeah, kind of, missing the point of the character.
But I prefer the original Baby Doll. I don't like her pink dress too much, or her pigtails.
That's fair.
Now, okay, so apparently, to the surprise of no one, Bane double-crossed us. But luckily, he is easily swayed.
Though, for some reason, this is what stops him.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Like, he could easily break through that.
Yes, he could.
Simple.
But Bane did save us the trouble. Since he found the remaining 6 containers and they're all in one location, we can pretty much take care of these with relative ease.
Like so. Batman, goddammit, stop!
Do you know how many side quests I had to go through to find them?
Might want to back away slowly.
Yeah, just stand back.
Don't inhale the toxins.
Do.
Oh,
There we go.
I was expecting more of a blast, but that's it. That's it for Bane's side quest. And he's going to be staying there for the rest of his days. At least until the next game.
Yeah.
Warned you, Bane.
I don't know why, but I love the way he says that. Free me! Free me!
And then Batman just going all, no.
Oh. And yeah, it's kind of a abysmal way to end the side plot, but yeah, that's pretty much Bane wrapped up. Where he's just gonna stay there until the rest of the game, until we... Actually, we say that, I don't think he appears at night.
I can't say for sure because I barely know anything of Night. Like
it's fine.
I know about the first 2 games and the Origins, but Night is like I know next to nothing beyond the obvious twist.
That's fine. Like, I do know a bit. I have, like, seen playthroughs of it. As far as I know, I think Bane is the only character from the previous games that doesn't return in Night.
He never was able to get out of that freaking.
Not really, no.
Poor Bane, a fucking idiot to the bitter end.
But anyway, I will be just a second. You guys keep holding down the fort.
Okay.
Alright, we'll do our best. As we keep going through the sewer.
So if I'm not mistaken, we're pretty much back at the old mill where Harley and everyone's at. If you weren't able to find all of the Harley targets the last time, that would be your best chance to find the rest of them because I think you're more or less decked out here to take them out.
Ah. I mean, I can tell by the waterway.
So did he find the cure or what?
Don't know. Last thing I heard was the doctors couldn't save him. Quinn even had me torture some lady.
Uh-oh. A lady doctor.
What did she say?
Right up to the moment she died, she
Oh.
was saying there was no cure. After that, not so much.
Oh, man.
Because I killed her.
Back. The Joker's back.
Gesundheit.
And so is the Batman!
Alright.
So
Give him a
yeah, it's
little
pretty
bit
much business as usual, and are they rigging explosives?
I don't know
Interesting.
what they're doing, but we gotta beat them to death. Like, otherwise, I think we're in deep shit.
We'll be in deep bat doo-doo.
Deep fat
That's right, it
doo-doo.
looks like... That's right, I forgot you could also... I'm pretty sure you could use the freeze grenades you got from Mr. Freeze on these guys.
Maybe. We would have to ask Steve once he comes back.
Yeah. Like, by this point, any sort of knowledge I have over... Oh, jeez.
Whoa,
Yeah, like, that
damn.
was gonna work. But yeah, no, past this point, honestly, past this point, I won't be of much help, saying, like, what all's going on here, because, I know, like, particular story beats, but, like, the journey to get to said story beats, I usually just ignore.
Well, if you want, I'd be more than happy to help you out.
Welcome back,
Hello, Steven! Welcome back.
But yeah, sorry about that. I had to put the puppies to bed. But yeah, looks like Joker finally took some of that cure, and boy, golly, did it work fast. He looks fresh as new, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He does. Look at him.
almost as if he was crafted for greatness.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, for the time being, like, Joker is pretty much just going to continue what he's wanting, and he's basically just going to be coaxing Batman to an obvious trap so he can try to get the rest of the cure. Because it seems like Joker was gracious enough to save some of it for Batman, but again, just using it as bait.
Of course. If you want your cure that badly, Pat Brain, you're gonna have to do as I say. So hurry on over here, or you're gonna miss out.
Ooh. Oh, you okay there, cameraman? You might need a cough drop or two.
That's a sly little nod to the Batman '89 film.
Mm-hmm.
Where the whole duel between him and the Joker was pretty much at a church.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it's funny that you say that. It's actually a reference to a series that Paul Dini worked on called Lost, because it had a cliffhanger that it had the way that series ended was basically like that.
Oh, so it's pretty much a double-sided reference.
I suppose so. But yeah, now we're pretty much just gonna have to hunt down Joker and get the rest of that cure, and hopefully cure the rest of Gotham in the process, in the next part.
Alrighty.
Stay tuned, everybody!
Bye.
Oh God, Steve.